Good afternoon, YouTubers. Racing Todd here. I want to give you a little review, a little walk around, tell you a little bit about a brand new mower I just picked up. This is a Scag Patriot 2018 model. Picked it up about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Mowed with it a couple times. Beautiful lawnmower. It is a zero turn. I've done a lot of research on these mowers when I decided I was going to buy me one. I came off of a tractor type, so zero turn was all new to me. I've been on zero turns before, but I've never owned one. But let me tell you a little bit about this Scag Patriot. Scag Patriot, it's got a FX 691V 22 horsepower Kawasaki motor on it. It's got a 52-inch deck on it. It's got some big 22-inch tires on the back end. It has a foot-operated brake, foot-operated deck that you can push the foot-operated deck piece and it'll drop and raise and lower the deck for you. Let me show you a little bit more on this thing. Let's take a look here. You can see the Scag on the, how do you know if it's a 2018? Way I figured it out is the 2018s have a brown piece right down the middle and then black on each side. The 2017 models have all tan color seat on them. And this is an adjustable seat and it can adjust the firmness or the softness of it. And I'll show that to you in just a second. If you're sitting on the mower, let's start right here. Let's look at all the buttons, bells, and whistles on it. That has the instrument panel. As you're sitting on it, left-hand side now, this is the left side. You have your key start, have your PTO engagement, you have your throttle lever right there, and also you have your choke. Pull the choke to get it started and then push back in. So that's on the left side of it. Real nice setup. I don't see any issues with that. As you're looking at one of the big handles right there, that's on the left hand side. And as we start to go around the left side here, there's Scag. It shows it's a Patriot. The dealer I bought mine from, I asked him for a hat. He gave me a beautiful hat. You know, so I figured I paid for the hat and he threw the mower in for free, so life's good. We got some big 22-inch tires. Those are 22 by 10.5. Looks like it does everything I need to do. Air pressures on them, I suggest you check the air pressure right from the very beginning. My air pressure was over 30. Recommended's 8 in the book. I run mine about 12 to 15. Seems like it does the best for me. Your mileage may vary, but like I said, the book says 8. Here's a motor. There's a ROP system, the rollover system. Let me talk a little bit about that. This is in the down position. To move it to the up position, let me tell you a little bit about this piece right here. This piece right here, what it is, it's a pull-out system. It's got a big rod on it that fits all through it. Then on this side right here, as you can see, it's got a Carter key. What you do is you pull that Carter key out, and it's attached by, got an attachment on it so you don't lose it. You can see that right there in my hand. It's attached to it, so you pull it out. And if you move over to the other side, you see a little piece right here. It's got a little loop in it. That's so you don't lose it. Thank you, Scag, for putting that on for us. Really good little deal right there. And you pull it out. Then you can fold it up in the up position and put the rod right back in. Put your Carter key back in. That's to get it to go into the up position. So, you know, that's one of the things that it wasn't a selling point for me. I don't mow hardly any hills at all, so, you know, but it is what it is. Let's look at this motor. Big Kawasaki FX 691V. Dual stage air filter system on it. On the dual stage air system on this thing, it's got an inner air filter, and then I call it an outer air filter. So there's 2 air filters in this thing to really clean that air going through there. So that's a heck of a deal. Got Scag on the back end of it. Real beautiful mower. Right there, the oil dipstick. Check the oil in it. Just unscrew that and pull that out. If you look right there on each side of this mower, for these transaxles, if you lift up on that and then push it into the back little notch right there, you see that little notch right there? There's a notch right there. Put it into that notch, then you go over to the other side, pull the lever up and move it back to the back notch. It'll allow you to move that mower back and forth or whatever you need it to do, so you don't have to turn it on and move it. Then when you get ready to start her back up and do what you need to do, move the little levers to the forward position. You then be able to run your steering handles and everything. That'll run good. There's Scag, little name right there. This is the right side. As you're sitting on the mower, the right side, it's got a 6.5 gallon fuel tank on it. If you look right here, I'm going to open this up and show you something. On the inside of this, it's got a white, I call it a fuel neck. Great big wide fuel neck. They say to only fuel this thing to the bottom of the white neck. So I've read, and that's what they say do, so that's what I've been doing. There's a fuel gauge on it. Right there you got your little pouch to put your iPad or iPhone or something, you know, of that nature. I might put my gloves, and there's a cup holder there. It's not a very big cup holder, but it is what it is. It's got a seat belt on it. As you can see, there's the seat belt. There's the other side over where it's got the seat belt. Seat has fold down handles on it. Got one on each side. Got the chute out there to the side that lifts up. A lot of people lift up on it. I'll lift up with my foot there. It'll lift up. I have found no issues with it staying down. It cuts that grass and slings it out through there just like there ain't no tomorrow. Good deal I have found. I don't mind leaving it down. On my other mowers I used to leave them up and help it discharge a little bit, but I don't see any problems with this, leaving it down. I want to talk a little bit about deck leveling system. Right there's a deck leveling system. How do you level the deck? Loosen that nut right there. Then twist this either this way or twist it the other way to lower or raise the deck. Then tighten her back down so that can keep your deck level. I got it from the dealer. I checked it myself. Everything's real level out of this, so I really don't see an issue. There's another one right there. There's two on each side, two on the left, two on the right. This one here, this piece right here is for getting to your spindles or pulleys. You can loosen that one. There's another one on the other side. Pull that off, and you could, after you're done mowing, you could get your leaf blower and blow all the grass out from underneath it. I've left mine on. I don't see an issue with it. I just get that leaf blower up underneath there, drop the deck down, and blow it all out. So, but if you need to replace something, you can always get to it real simple. You can look up underneath there and see all the stuff. Big springs on them. Got some nice size 13x6 tires on the front end. You can see them right there. Like I said, check that air pressure. Mine were way overfilled. These tires call for 25. Right here's deck lowering system. Push in on that. And right there's a little lever. I'm going to show you that little lever. It's going to be hard to see. You can see that lever. I'm pointing to it right there. Lift up on that little lever, and the deck will drop to wherever you got it at. And right there's your, tells you which ones it is, what height it is. I want to look at this seat first though. Here's the seat. It's got one of the handles down on it there. The other one's up. I didn't just put it down. It's got Scag name on it. Nice, comfortable seat. If you look right here, there's a little ride adjustment. Soft or firm. Adjust that as you need it. If you want a little softer, adjust it. If you want it firmer, do it the other way. Beautiful little knob there to adjust your stuff and make it to where you're comfortable. On this side, you push in on that little lever right there. You can move the seat forward or backward, wherever is the most comfortable for you for riding. There's the deck leveling system, not deck leveling system. It's a to lower your deck to the right height. I was told by the dealer that the numbers don't correspond to inches. I don't know if that's true or not, but I can tell you how mine rides out. I'm going to turn around here and show you. And as it says right there, 1.5 to 5 inches of adjustment. How do you adjust it? There's a pin right here. Pull the pin out, move it to where you need it, put it right back in. I have found that my deck came from the dealer I put it on 3 and it rides at about 3 1/8 to 3 1/4. I find that's good enough for me. I'm not going to get underneath there and adjust all these little screws to for 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch. I can live with it. I don't professional mow. I just mow my own yard, so I think that's good enough for me. I could take it back and have him adjust it a little bit better, but it's not that important to me. 3 inches mean 3 1/8 or 3 1/4 mowing. That's okay. There's an hour meter, left-hand side. As you can see, all these wires and stuff are all up in a casing. Looks like it's to be fireproof. Heck, I don't know if it is or not, but I like the cleanness of it. How it looks, it's just all clean. Looks good and looks professional. That's the way I like it. If you look right here is a foot pan. I'm going to take this off and show you. Big foot pan. Hitting on the seat and put your feet in the foot pan there. What I have found is when the deck and the PTO is engaged, there's a lot of suction up underneath that deck, and it seemed like it blows grass clippings around a little bit, and it come up through those openings, and I didn't like it. I took a piece of foam I found around here in the garage, cut it, and put it in there to cover up them holes, and makes my life a lot easier, and doesn't blow the grass up through it, and it's real comfortable. So that's just my little add-on. To move the deck up and down, that foot lever, and right there's the brake. There's a parking brake on it right there. You can do it with your foot. Move it in and push it in, pull it out, and there's a little lever right there. When you push on it, then disengage it or engage it, it runs off a disc off of the back end. So it's got disc brakes on it. It does have 3100 transaxles underneath it. A little hard for me to film that. I don't think I can, but they are up underneath there with it's like an oil filter for each one that you can change when you change your hydro gear, oil and stuff like that. It's got a filter on it you can change up for both sides. So that's the Patriot. Like I said, beautiful mower. Mows real well, mows real level. Got all the speed I ever needed it to do. If you have any questions or anything on it, please let me know. Like and subscribe. And if you have anything you need to really know, just shoot it in the comments section down there, and I can film a little bit better for it. One thing is, let's look up underneath this seat. This seat's going to be hard for me to get up underneath it with one hand, so I'll just do it. I have found that you have to push the levers up for the seat handles up. That's okay. There they are. You have to be in the up position for it to get to go up. That's okay. Here's underneath it. Big hydro fans there. There's a hydro fan. As you can see, this thing's built like a Sherman tank. All the pieces are just real heavy duty. Got all the nice pieces. All the wiring is in good shape. All the wiring is all covered up and everything, as you can see. And there's the back end of the motor. Have any questions? Yell at me.